capture the nature of the decline, then I would like you to, at least in an objective way, apportion some blame. Because at least we must know who's responsible. And let it not be an exercise in platitudes. Mr. Varma.
Thank you, Rahul. I think it's an important subject you are discussing today. At one level, we take pride and legitimate pride in being the world's largest democracy. At another level, there is hardly a day when the Garbhagriha, as you describe, Parliament of democracy, is not adjourned. In its entire history, the House of Commons, to the best of my knowledge, has not been adjourned for a single day in the United Kingdom. We are fast reaching the point where there is not a single day when the Parliament is not adjourned. So obviously, we need to take stock of the situation. I congratulate the people of India for the new Parliament building. Change is a must, although I had reservations on the process in which it was made. With this new building, I hope we have also included what was written outside at the very entrance of the old Parliament building. Udara Charitanam Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. For the big-hearted, the entire world is our family. What is happening inside Parliament, however, is just the opposite. The opposition and the ruling benches believe that they must make a fine ideology out of the politics of disruption. You ask me to apportion blame. I cannot do so because it is a joint exercise. It is the business of the treasury benches to run the House. But for doing that, they also have to be responsive to what the opposition is asking for, to be democratic, to not use the brute numerical majority they have to push through bills. Equally, since you asked this to be objective, I blame the opposition because at the drop of a hat they are in the aisle, in the well of the House, the rule books are thrown about. In my entire, throughout my period in Parliament, I did not one step into the aisle, leave alone enter the well for a protest. There is a certain decorum of Parliament. The nation looks up to it. And thirdly, I want to say, you see, what does Parliament reflect? It's not brick and stone. It's a spirit. This is not platitude, spirit and soul of a democratic nation. And to that extent, it will reflect what is happening outside, inside Parliament. If there is a feeling that individual liberty is in danger, if there is a feeling that inequality has almost become the norm, if there is a feeling that dignity is being denied, if there is a feeling that economic prosperity, which is also there, is not enough to lift up the rest of the millions upon millions of Indians, then that kind of a breakdown of trust will reflect in Parliament. It's essential. And lastly, without electoral reform, you cannot have a Parliament we can be proud of. You mentioned the nexus of criminality with politicians, the nexus of unaccountable money with elections, the kind of use of muscle and money power during elections, the blatant use of caste configurations by all sides of the political spectrum. So the more brittle, the more lacking in integrity our polity keeps becoming, it will reflect in Parliament. So I think these are the reasons why we can only hope that the new Parliament building will function differently, but I am frankly not optimistic because that is not what we have seen.